Today we celebrate the feast of the exaltation of the cross. And that feast can sound a little bit strange. I say that because crucifixion and the cross was always associated in the Roman world with torture and death. Indeed, to be crucified was the greatest humiliation that anyone could ever experience. So painful and degrading was that death. In fact, it was considered to be so horrible that Roman citizens themselves could not be crucified. Peter was crucified upside down. Paul, tradition tells us, had his head chopped off. He was decapitated because he was a Roman citizen and therefore would not receive crucifixion. So why should we celebrate and exalt something that's so painful, torturous, and awful? Well, the reason is Jesus Christ takes the reasoning of this world and turns it right upside down. He transforms a symbol of pain and shame into a symbol of glory and triumph. For on the cross, he would conquer two of humanity's greatest enemies throughout the ages, sin and death. He would offer himself on the cross to take those things away. We have a foretaste of what he did in the book of Numbers today, when we see that people are actually complaining against Moses, so much so that God permits serpents to come among them and bite the people, and some of them die. They turn to Moses and they are feeling bad for what they've done, and they ask for his help. Moses is commanded by God to make a bronze serpent and put it on a pole. And anyone who looks upon that serpent with faith would be healed of the sting of the serpents, would be healed of their venom. Well, that's really a prefigurement of Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ, like that bronze serpent, would be lifted on the cross. And as that bronze serpent appeared to be just like a serpent with venom, so too Christ would appear to be a sinner. And yet he would be without the venom of sin. And those who looked upon his cross and confessed their faith in him in love and hope, they could be saved. So the cross, which was always a sign of the most terrible torture, now becomes a sign of freedom, a sign of new life in Christ. And the incredible thing is it's a sign of love. For as he tells Nicodemus today, no one will take his life from him. He will offer it himself freely. That means that Jesus went into the most horrible torture for love of you and me. He did it because he cares for us and he loves us. And if he did all that for us when he was personally present on earth, imagine what he continues to do now for us invisibly while in heaven. Truly, the sign of hate becomes the sign of love, as the logic of Christianity turns around the logic of this world on its head and shows that through Christ, redemption is truly possible. And with his love, we have nothing to fear. For through him, we too have conquered both sin and death. May we always exalt the cross in our lives by the way we live. May God bless you.